How y'all doing?
Good, Kayshon. How are you?
Good.
Down here.
All right, my bad.
No, you're good. You should gotta look down when you're talking to me. What are your thoughts on how the game turned in the third quarter? Sort of what led to the offense finding its way.
I think, we started slow at the beginning, just not efficient in the red zone. Supposed to come up with 7, but often getting 3. And I think just coming in at half, kind of getting an idea of what they was doing. And I think, like you said, we came out in the third firing. So I think just getting the feel for it and everybody on the same page. We was never out of the game. It was close, but I think it was also important that we took the lead at half too. So.
It looked like you guys were pretty excited for Stephon to score his first touchdown of the season. Just how would you describe his role in the wide receiver room this season?
I'll say, yeah, like you said, I think I was happier than him. I think if you look back at the film, I ran from the right side to the left. 2 plays before, we was patting on the goal line. He was 1 yard away, but I think it kind of happened like that in Buffalo too. You always just a couple yards away, but great player, great guy, man. I love him. I think it was good for everybody, though. But I think now that he got that feeling of the end zone, just getting started.
Kayshon, you've got a pretty good chemistry going with Drake. How much hard work and behind-the-scenes work has gone into creating that chemistry between the two of you?
I think, the team only going to be as good as the receivers and the quarterback work. We're not going to sit here and run the ball 50 times a game. You got to balance the offense out. So I think what's important just being there when he need me.
It was that moment where touchdown, throw the ball in the end zone, Drake's getting the MVP chant, the whole place is going crazy. Did you see that as a special moment in the game, or any other moment that, wow, it's really gelling here? Any one moment that stands out, or is that it?
I think we've been on the road the past month, so I think it feels good to be back at home too, scoring a touchdown, like you said, throwing the ball, then the MVP chance. I was joking with him last week about MVP too. He don't like to hear it, but I think it's the truth, But I think just we got to keep it going, Halfway through the season, we just honestly getting started, so yeah.
Kayshon, sort of a two-parter, if that's okay. You mentioned Drake. You think it's the truth with the MVP. Why? Like, what do you see?
I just say hard work. Y'all all see what I see. We all see it, Think if you look around the league at the other guys too, they doing great stuff too. But I think Drake doing everything they doing. It's not nothing that he's not doing. And I think at the end of the day, we just playing football. We having fun with it too. So. Just supporting my guys. So.
And I just wanted to ask you about the pregame introductions. I was asking Drake and Hunter about it. Coach Vrabel talked about wanting to create a little energy in the stadium, give the fans a chance to maybe liven it up. What was your sort of experience with that? Did you feel the difference from the past?
Yeah, I think it was cool. First time doing it, I didn't know what to do though, so I kept it simple, just kept running.
All right, thank you, Kayshon.
Appreciate you.
Hunter, up 9-7 at the half. That drive to start the third quarter, misdirection, play action, trick plays. Can you just take us through that drive and sort of how that maybe changed the flow of the game?
Yeah, man. Credit to Josh. Josh made a lot of, great calls, and then the guys just went out there and executed. Just felt like everybody needed to do their job. That was one thing. Just focus on your job on that play, and obviously TreVeyon was able to get loose a little bit, make some big time runs. Guys were finishing, and that was big for us coming out of the half.
Hunter, how is your National Tight Ends Day going?
Oh, it's great, man. Fantastic. There's nothing better than getting a win on National Tight End Day.
And not exactly the most X's and O's type question, but I was asking Drake about the pregame introductions and just the change with that, and Coach Vrabel mentioning like you trying to create a little energy, with the crowd. I'm curious, just what was your experience? Did you feel
I think
a
we
difference?
Have a lot of improvement that we need to improve on that. It was a little disorganized, but yeah, we're just trying to bring some energy to the stadium. Obviously, you start with that is kind of the start of the game, basically, with the intros and stuff. But we obviously got to go out there and make some plays early in the game too to kind of get the stadium going. But stadium was rocking today. Fans were great. It was a lot of fun playing there.
Hunter, happy National Tight Ends Day.
Thank you.
What has it been like to watch the confidence grow of the wide receivers group, just everyone on offense, as this has evolved into what you now have as an offense?
Yeah, man, it's really cool. I've been here for a while now, and just to see the growth. Let's just start in the receiver room. Has been really, really cool with Boutte and Pop, and just guys that have been here. Been really, really special to kind of be a part of. Me and Hoop were just talking about it this week. I mean, just to see the growth on the outside and just the plays they're making, confidence they're having out there. I think, Steph and Mac has added an element of just, the veteran presence in there that's been really, really special. And then to see the growth of Drake has been awesome. Obviously he's going out there and playing at a high level right now, but just to see the growth from last year, it's a lot of fun to go out there and play with him.
Bob Stokes in the middle.
Hey Hunter, similarly, for the team itself, the entire team, you had success in 2021, and then you've gone through a stretch of disappointing times for this franchise, and you've decided to come back a couple of times and re-sign with the Patriots. How do you describe what it's like to go in the locker room now and the feeling that you're experiencing 5 straight weeks in the wake of this game, compared to what you've been through, the journey this team's been through the last few years?
Yeah, I think, I was talking to my wife this week. It's just a lot of gratitude, man. I feel like God's put me here for a reason, and I'm thankful to just be where my feet are. God, I feel like God has always had a plan, no matter what it was, and I just had to trust that. And it's really, really cool to be a part of this, to see that locker room, week after week right now with, a winning locker room. There's nothing better in this league than winning. But I think also I look back on those times of the hard times too, and I think there was a lot of growth to really appreciate these times a little bit more too. Feel like God put those things in my life for a reason. So I don't, obviously those weren't fun times always, but there was a lot of growth in those times in the past to really appreciate this even more.
That's a tough one to follow up. Thanks very much. You guys struggled a little bit in the first half, but it seemed like you came out with a different spark in the second half. 3 touchdowns in that third quarter, yours the first. What changed, would you say, at the half?
I don't know if there was anything like crazy that was said or anything, different. Just, we knew we were close. We were moving the ball in the first half. Just some things. Obviously didn't finish in the red zone. If we score one of those, you're feeling a little different at half. Just knew we needed to finish some drives, and we just knew we needed to do a little bit more, a little bit extra. Everybody focused on their job, and felt like we were, guys went out there and competed at a high level for 60 minutes, and we knew it was going to be tough because, they're, especially offensively, they're a really, really tough defense to go against. They have a lot of good players, really fast, and I feel like guys, were able to answer the challenge.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
I know the coaches, they gave me a lot more opportunities this week. And so, I'm grateful that I was able to help this team, come out with the win.
When you say they gave you more opportunity, was that something leading up to the game in practices that anything was different that you did to prepare?
Honestly, I come to practice each and every day, and, I'm just focused on being consistent, being the best that I can be. And, however it goes, come game time, whether I get little opportunities, whether I get much, you never know, in the lead. And so the biggest thing each and every week, I'm just going to continue to come prepare as hard as I can and just, we'll see.
Did you feel more comfortable out there today?
I've definitely been getting more comfortable as the season evolved, getting more reps, getting more opportunities, different looks, going up against different players. And so, yeah.
How tough was it to end on the note with the fumble there? Sort of what happened on that part?
Yeah, it's tough. It's a learning lesson for me, definitely. It's tough to go out like that, but that's something that we've been harping on all season, just taking care of the ball, and so that's something that we got to continue to work on.
And were you trying to get 2 hands on before it popped out? It looked like one of your arms was starting to come.
Shoot, honestly, I forgot. It happened so quick. Honestly, I forgot.
TreVeyon, we saw you on a lot of those, sorry if you asked this already, but a lot of those tosses today. Just, was that something that you guys wanted to change up and trying to get you in some space? Like, what was your thought on that?
Going into this game, I think so. Yes, I think they've been trying to give me a lot more opportunities to get out into space, and so, yeah, I'm grateful that I was able to get those opportunities.
Is it a huge adjustment to the pro game from what the college atmosphere and the way you play in college was like? Is it that big of an adjustment when you get to the NFL?
I feel like, each level is always going to be an adjustment you have to make, high school to college to the NFL. There's always going to be things you got to adapt to. It's getting faster, guys are bigger, guys are stronger. And so, eventually you get accustomed to it and are able to play, at their pace, the same pace as the other guys.
Talk a little bit about the halftime, what was said amongst you guys, the adjustments you made, and then how you go over your pick, and following that you get a score. How big was that for what you guys were able to do today?
Yeah, we came in at halftime, and we look at the game as 0-0. We got to go out and win the second half. That's been one of our key goals since OTAs that we've talked about. Win the second half. And I'm just really proud of how we came out, how we gave up that early touchdown, and then we locked in, and we really played great team defense.
Robert, over far right. Can you just take us through the interception? Did you recognize that play from earlier in the game? It seemed like a similar play that they called.
It was a third down. We were blitzing. I was covering the back. He picked up in protection, so that kind of lets me roam, be a free, read the quarterback player. I'm looking from anything from the field coming back shallow. Nothing came back shallow, so I was able to make a play on the ball. And our rush did a great job getting home, give me the opportunity to make a play.
Robert, when you think about where this defense was earlier in the year, I know a lot of teams get better the more you play football, but what are you proudest of with this defense last 4 or 5, 6 weeks?
Yeah, how we come to prepare every day. Really proud of how our guys work. We got a room full of blue-collar guys that come in to work to get better each and every day, whether it's win, lose, or draw. So we're just going to continue to get better each week we go here.
Hey, Robert, Judkins coming off the 3-touchdown game that he had last week for Cleveland. Your run defense has been stout week in, week out. What do you say about the rising to the challenge, a back like that coming in, knowing they're going to try to establish the ground game, and how you guys responded?
Yeah, young quarterback, great running back. We knew they were going to try to get to the run game early and often. And I'm just so proud of how our defense plays, our defensive line in particular. Durden, Barmore, Milton, Tonga, these guys are eating double teams, ripping off blocks, making tackles. And when they do that, it really puts a lot of ease on my job being a second-level player. And I'm just really proud of how they continue to grind out the run game and get the run stopped.
Last question, Chris Ryan on the far left.
Robert, how would you describe this defense? Like, what's the identity of the defense? And it feels like the last couple of weeks have been more impact plays. Any particular reason for that?
We have a room full of guys that view themselves as impact players, view themselves as game-changing players, and that's where it starts. If you don't believe that you're going to be a game-changing player, you never will be. So we have a room full of guys that want to go out there, make plays, want to help this team win. And we're just going to continue to come together, mesh together, and try to be the best defense we could be. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Robert.
How much fun are you having?
Having fun. We're winning.
5 in a row.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good winning for sure.
What's the chemistry like with this group right now? How would you describe it?
Man, it's good. Man, it's like the brotherhood in here, man. Like I say, offense and defense, we're close, and I feel like that's what's showing on the field. We play for each other.
How important is it to get to know your teammates as well as also know them on the field?
I think that's very important. You got to know who you playing with, and playing for. Because we playing for our brothers, and the words across our chest and the words behind our back, and I feel like it means a lot. Once you know your brother, man, you know who you playing for, and man, you put it all on the line for them.
You provided that first spark at the end of the first half there. I mean, just going into the locker room. What happened? Was it kind of back to the drawing board? Was it like you guys felt like you were just chipping away and it was just a matter of time?
Nah, yeah, we just had to get the hang of it. It'd be like that sometimes, a little slow start, and then we come out fire. We just need that one play, and then next thing you know, it's over. We start doing our thing, but once we start playing that complementary football, that's when we start rising and getting better.
Can you walk us through your big catch and run, and also did that just feel like another example of your chemistry maybe improving with Drake?
Yeah, nah, for sure. That play, I seen they was a mess, so I already knew it was over with that one. But I just moved bruh to the side, and it was open, and man, my legs was heavy. was on the sideline for a little minute. My legs was heavy, so man, I couldn't pick them up. So I tried to shake, and my legs was just stumbling. I fell.
Given just everything you've been through with this team, what did it mean to just come back here as the first place team, get welcomed by the crowd?
I don't want to say the other, but no, it feel good. It feel good, man. It just, we got to keep going. Next game, as we take one game at a time, man. I feel like we're going to keep getting better. Man, shout out to our coach for the game plan that we've been having, and I just pray that we keep going.
How much do you feel like you guys established home field advantage? I mean, how much was that kind of a mission going in?
Well, we won 2 here. Yeah, I hope we keep going, honestly, because it's not easy to win it in the NFL. So it feels good getting that dub, especially home, and seeing the fans lit, turned. I love seeing that. I haven't seen that for 2 years, so man, the fans, they probably drunk right now. Tell me. But nah, I love when driving out. You're leaving out and you see the fans, tailgate and stuff like that. It's super cold out there and they still tailgating. Shout out to them. So, it feels good.
What's it like seeing Drake throw the way he has in front of you?
Man, it's amazing. Second year, a lot of people have that second year slump. Ain't no slump for him. He keep going, and I pray that, he keep taking that step forward and he be one of the greats from here. We got 12 already, Tom, but you feel me? I ain't gonna do no comparing, but I'm proud of him.
How hyped were you to see Steph get in the end zone today?
Oh, lit, man. I came off that sideline, storming, and did our celebration. We've been waiting on that. What, this is week 8? 8, yo, we've been waiting on it. He been waiting on it since fall camp, his celebration, so that was fun.
That's right, yeah, 8, didn't even think that.
Yeah, that's
a good call, man.
What? We spoke you up, that's all.
What happened?
No, we just spoke you up, that's all.
They say you the best thing since sliced bread? Let them know.
Nah, they talking about you.
Tell them you got caught too.
Nah, I told him about my legs, heavy.
I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Thanks, Pop. Nah, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I mean, we knew we had to come out there, beat their script. We knew they had a good opening script. We wanted to go out there and beat it. The second drive, we kind of got things settled down, and we started playing our brand of defense.
How about winning the turnover battle? Hawkins comes up with probably the interception of the year, Robert Spillane with another one. How much does winning the turnover battle impact your ability to win and dominate games?
It means a lot. We know that, if we win the turnover battle, we got a pretty good chance of winning the game.
And just how about eliminating some of those slow starts? You do give up an score on the opening drive for the 3rd straight week now. How do you stop that?
I mean, we try. We just got to do a better job coming out, starting fast, and being ready to go. We're gonna keep working on it, and we're gonna look to improve for the next week.
You guys have been so good at stopping the run so far this year. How much is that now just embedded in your identity, and what makes you guys just continue to be successful at that?
Like you said, that's our identity. We pride ourselves on stopping the run and being able to get to the quarterback when it's time to do that. So we keep doing that. We got a good chance of winning.
And I'm sure as a defensive guy, you can appreciate a talent like Myles Garrett, knowing what the offense was going to go through and the challenges they were going to face with him on the other side of the ball. How important was it for you guys to show up and do your job today, too?
It was very important. We knew special teams, we had to do a good job on those and, create good field position and, try to give our offense a, good start when it's time to get the ball and, do a good job playing defense. We knew they had a good defense and we wanted to prove that we had a good defense, too.
Will, how hard is it to block a player like that? It's hard enough to begin with, but then when he's in that wide 5 technique, does that make it even harder?
Yeah, I mean, he's a really good player. He beat me, a few times, and it's just part of the game. He gets paid a lot of money, and, he got me a couple times, and I just had to keep coming back and keep fighting. Just glad we got the win.
To be away for a month and come back and get that win, just how big was it to kind of establish that home field advantage again?
It's really nice not to have to get on a plane right now. be able to get in the car and go home. But yeah, it's nice always playing at home, playing in front of our fans. Great atmosphere today, so we need it again next week.
How much of a just like a flip of the switch? I mean, what happened in the at halftime there? I mean, just like was it kind of back to the drawing board? I mean, it just seemed like a different kind of productivity coming out in the second half.
No, we just had to finish the game last week. We did come out and finish the game the way we wanted to against Tennessee. That's something we talked about during the week is, playing 60 minutes of our game. And, even when things weren't going our way in the first half, to come in at halftime, talk about it and just come back out. Defense made, a bunch of great plays tonight. They've been playing their ass off, making it easy on us, giving us short fields at times. And, kudos to them. They're playing really, really well.
How would you describe the chemistry of this team?
Yeah, it's growing every week. I think it's really good. It's only going to continue to get better. But yeah, we got a bunch of great guys, a bunch of good players. So just looking forward to the future.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
No, it was good. It was a good effort. Good team win. Like I said, we did our job. I just feel like, as a D-line, we can do more to affect the game. That's just me, though. But maybe I got high standards. But I just feel like we can do a better job of affecting the game, affecting the quarterback, knowing that they're going to try to take us out of the game. And, we got to be better. But it's better to win the game and learn than lose. So I'm glad we got to win.
You were talking this week about how the guys up front could control the outcome just with the havoc you're able to wreak. I mean, how much do you feel like that did play out today?
Yeah, no, I feel like, we were solid today, but like I said, I think I'm just a perfectionist or something. Something might be wrong with me. I just feel like we could have did more. We could have affected the game more, but big win. I don't know. I think we won by 2 or 3 scores, so I'd rather win the game and correct mistakes than lose it. So.
How important is that streak to you guys, the 50 yards?
I didn't even know there was a thing until like 2 weeks ago. So, I'm hearing it now. So, we're just trying to stop the run every week, knowing we got to stop the run to be at a rush. That's what we're trying to do every week. Who we got next week? Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna run the ball too. They got one of the best backs in the league. So we got to be ready for that challenge too. And just show up and do what we've been doing all season.
After the first possession, you guys pretty much locked down. But how frustrating was kind of that start, and kind of how'd you regroup after that first drive?
Same thing every week. A lot of quick game, a lot of attacking the perimeter, quick throws at the outside, and trick plays, all that stuff. So, once you get out of that, and you really gotta do what you do on the season, you saw what that looked like.
It felt like going up against Judkins was a focal point for you this week. Kind of, you want to know how good this run defense is. Was that fair? Or did you want to see what you guys could do against him?
Yeah, we've been hearing and watching on tape. He's a good young player, good back. They got a good front, and they lean on their run game. And we wanted to make sure that we took care of that today. And I think we did a pretty good job of that.
You guys talked about the importance of winning at home all week. What does it mean to start getting wins at home, hopefully stack them, and have the crowd so into it? We even heard the crowd breaking into MVP chants for Drake today.
No, it was big. I saw it was a packed stadium today, and I told them, man, we got to get this thing rocking. Somebody make a play, and let's try to get that momentum going and roll with it.
Did you see the Jalen Hawkins interception replay yet?
Nah, what happened? I ain't see
It was like a really nice interception, one hit.
I didn't even think, I saw the quarterback just throw it up. I don't know if anybody caught it, but I saw he was running with it, so, hey, we're trying to get turnovers every week, so I'm happy for him.
No, where has this defense grown most, do you think, since the very start of the season?
I think we definitely have gotten closer since training camp, just consistently being around each other and just getting the communication down. I feel like our communication is getting better and better. And just our togetherness is improving every week, and I think that's important when you're building a defense and you want to, keep stacking wins and keep, affecting the game.
Reel off 5 in a row. That you said earlier on that you have high standards. Are your standards going up? Is this group as a whole? Are you expecting more from yourselves, and in what areas, and what's that look like?
Just dominating. My thing is just dominating whoever we play, whoever lined up in front of us. I don't care who it is, we got to figure out a way to win, especially one-on-one matchups. If you're getting doubles, find a way to win. That's just me. But like I said, I feel like we did a good job today. let's just keep it going, keep building together, and you know, the sky's the limit.
What's the secret when it comes to run defense? Guys have said it's attitude, it's approach.
I mean, you gotta want to stop the run. Just get out the ball, get in your hands right, having your hands in the right spot. You know, resetting the line of scrimmage, edge wall swarm. That's what Coach Brady always preaching. Edge wall swarm, set the edge, create a wall, everybody get to the ball. You know, hopefully we can try to create some more turnovers.
What type of progress you guys made in terms of making more plays, tackles for losses, interceptions? I feel like the last few weeks that's been big for this defense to come taking a step forward in that area.
Yeah, this is something we've been preaching. Always, you know, try to create some negative plays so we can get the opportunity to go rush and affect the game, rush and cover, and, you know, D-line, go get pressure, tight coverage in the back end, let's get some PBUs, turnovers, whatever we can do to try to help get the ball back to number 10.
Thanks,
Thanks, sir.